Hello, everyone. Okay, I think I'm live on both of them. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hope y'all having a great day. Instead of me doing two separate videos, I'm live on Instagram at iHeart Dr. Jazz, and I'm live on Facebook at Dr. Jasmine Smith. Um, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? So I'm gonna wait just a second, so I won't have to repeat certain things, and turn off my other devices so it won't interrupt us because today what we're gonna talk about is very important. Today I want to share my heart with you guys. So yeah. So yeah, today I want to share my heart with you guys. So that's why I'm coming on live. Hey everyone, thank you for coming on. You can share it with other people. Tonight, rather, I will be talking about self-care. And this episode will be checking in with your children. And I'm going to warn you, some of the things that I'm going to be talking about is going to be sensitive and traumatic information because it's based on my life and experiences that I have had. So I just wanted to come on. I was led to come on and share with you guys today, um, about what's going on. I was led to come and share because my only purpose for doing this live is that if I could just save one person from having to experience or come out of their situation, then I definitely want to do that. So, like I said, just for people that's just coming on, I'm a, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Jasmine because tonight I'm not Dr. Jazz. I'm Jasmine for those that know me. Some know about what I'm going to talk about tonight, and some that don't may not. But anywho, once you hear this information, please share it with anyone that you think will benefit from this information. Um, if somebody's on your heart that you need to share it with, please share, 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 share. I wish this platform was available when I was going through my situation, many years ago. But over the years, I have started the healing process, and it's a continuous journey. So don't give up on yourself when you're healing from something. As you're taking care of yourself, I know I talk about self care a lot. I feel like sometimes I'm the self care guru. So make sure, I always say, make sure you're taking care of yourself first because that's the only way you can show up for anybody or show up in this world, period. Is you have to take care of yourself first and then do the other things that you need to do. So basically, what I want to talk about today is making sure that you're checking in with your kids. So I'll tell you a little story. When I was younger, mm, probably I was a teenager, like preteen, teenage years. I went through this experience where someone was verbally assaulting me, so said sexual things to me that were inappropriate. Um, and I also went through molestation by this same individual, and just just basically saying things that were inappropriate that I knew as a child that that adult male shouldn't have been saying those things to me. but I didn't say nothing about it. And then it's like he was grooming me. He would say stuff, um, and then he started like touching on me, rubbing on me, and that went on for like a long period of time. And so, whew, excuse me, y'all. So that went on for a long period of time. Um, you don't know what people are going through emotionally unless you've been through that situation. The reason I'm saying, and I'm gonna come to what I mean by checking on your children. Cause I felt like in that moment, if somebody just saw me, they saw that I was going through something, that I needed help, that I needed somebody to just come and rescue me, then I would have been better. But I didn't feel like nobody saw me, not even my mom. And nothing against my mom. Everybody that knows me know I love my mom to death. She's like my best friend. She's one of my best friends. But I don't feel like she saw me. I felt like she was just so busy with just trying to make sure that we had, like me and my brother had, even when my brother lived with my dad, because all of these things that I'm talking about went on after my brother left the house with me. I felt like for so long, my brother probably was my safe haven, the reason it didn't happen before. But when my brother moved out and moved with my dad, it was just me, my mom, and my stepfather at that time. Is no longer my stepfather. My mom's been divorced from him for a long time. Let's just be clear on that. But for when my brother left, it's like, oh my God, like I don't really have anybody, that I could feel to protect me. I felt like my mom was just caught up in life, and as we call it now, in adulting, and making sure that she provided for us, that she forgot to like check in. Like the only time I really feel like she checked in when something was wrong, like if I didn't make good grades, or if something happened in school and I got in trouble, then she would check in. But just normal checking in, hey, how you doing? How your day went? Like by the time she got home, she was like just tired. And I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm just saying my experience. So if I can help one person, that will be amazing. That's all this is for, is to help somebody, whether they see it tonight, whether they see it tomorrow, whether they see it years from now. My goal is to just help somebody through what they're going through. So during that time, that person was saying, like I said, inappropriate things. They touched me so much, to the point that, and I won't go into the gruesome details of it, but so much to the point that I wanted to literally die. This person threatened me so many times and said that if I ever tell my mom, or if I ever tell anybody, that they were going to hurt me and my mother, because we lived in the house. So I believe them. Like when somebody's grooming you emotionally, um, they come and they make you feel comfortable at first, and then they start. It just doesn't happen automatically. It just doesn't happen automatically. Because to be honest, when he first came into our lives, when my brother was with us, he was good. Like he was nice. He could have never took the place of my father, but he was nice. We enjoyed doing stuff as a family. He was nice. So I felt like he groomed me over the years. And then when my brother left the home, it just opened the door up for more things to happen. So, um, at some point, I just got tired and I wanted to literally die. I was telling my therapist today, that was the first time I ever said that. Like, I literally wanted to die. And I felt like I could take my chances. I could tell my mom and he could kill me and my mom. My dream would still come true because I would be dead. And for me wanting to die was to stop the pain that I was feeling at the hand of the person that was abusing me, because nobody saw me. I felt like somebody should have seen something along the way. My teacher, my neighbors, my family members, but nobody saw. And what I realized as an adult, when things are happening, you should say something. People don't necessarily always see because they be caught up in their own life. They just be out here lifing and things be happening and they just trying to deal with things as they come. So nobody could necessarily see that. So, and I don't fault anybody for that. But what I do know for sure is that day I took my chances and I said, if I tell my mom she doesn't do anything, then I'm trying to smile to keep from crying. So don't think I'm crazy. Um, if she doesn't do anything, then nothing happens, then I'll find a way, to just end it all. But thank God, thank God, it was nobody but God that saved my life that day, because my mom took me to a safer place and she always made sure that when I went to my grandparents' house, I was safe. And I can say that my grandparents really made sure I was safe after that point. They really made sure I was safe, and I'm forever indebted to them. So, um, check on your kids. The reason I said all that to say is check on them. Ask them how their day went, what's going on. If you think something is going on, it probably is. 9 times out of 10, it probably is. Say something. Even if it embarrassed them and they're like, no, like, say something. Really say something. Ask them, like, hey, what's going on? Is anybody mistreating you? Because I can tell you from my experience growing up in a military family, because both of my parents were in the military and just their life in general, they had their own trauma coming in, and they just trying to do the best they could with what they had. So I don't blame them. And I get emotional because I love my parents and I want them to think, oh, I don't want them to ever think that they're not good parents, because they are. But sometimes in life we just get caught up, and we get caught up in things going on and we don't see, the whole story. So I encourage you to check on your kids. Check on them, make sure they're okay. I know a lot of times I get in high school like, hey, I thought you was just quiet. I thought, you was just quiet, timid person, like, you would have fun at the games and stuff, but like you were just this quiet person. And I was probably, I know I was quiet because I was suffering, and I didn't want I didn't want, you know, how can I say this? Like, I didn't want anybody to know the pain that I felt, but I also at the same time wanted someone to help me. So, check on your kids. Ask them questions. Ask them millions of questions. Just check on them, make sure they're okay. Check in with their schools to make sure, like, hey, has my child been acting funny lately? Because I'm gonna be honest, like, that day, that if when I told my mom what was going on and what had been happening, not for days or months, but for years, what had been going on, like, if by her moving me, she saved my life. She really saved my life. And for a long time, I just buried it. And I always thought it was my fault, to the point of when I was in college, I got assaulted and raped. So I had this big like stigma. I was like, Lord, like, is it something says that, hey, she doesn't care, like mess with her, like what is it? And now I know that it was nothing that I did. It was nothing that I said. It's just some sick people in this world. Like, it's some really sick people in this world that, you know, they groom people to do exactly what they want and need them to do. So, like I said, y'all, check on your kids, check on your friends, check on your family members, because I'm telling you, if that day, my mom, if it could have turned out a whole different way. It could have turned out a way that y'all wouldn't be seeing me talk here. I wouldn't have lived to be 50, 40 years old to be able to help other people through things. So, like, even though I was, I was, I was suicidal. I was suicidal. Now looking back, I was suicidal and didn't even know. And another thing, please, I can't tell you about other families, but in the Black community that I lived in, they always say, what goes on in this house stays in this house. People, stop it. No, stop it. Like, do not do that, because you say in one hand, what goes on in this house stays in this house, and then on the other hand you say, if somebody hurts you, like, if somebody hurts you, you let me know. Well, what if the person that's hurting them is in the house with them? So you tell them what goes on in this house stays in this house, and you don't allow an opportunity for them to be vulnerable, to speak their truth, to tell what's going on, to get help. I was afraid. Like I said, I grew up in a military household where it was discipline. Both of my parents were in the military for a long time. My mom and dad was in the military for active duty for 8 years, and then my dad got out and my mom went reserve. But I still grew up with that discipline because it was set in stone. So it was certain things I always equated with, if something bad happens and I tell, I'm gonna get in trouble because it's bad. Not that somebody did something bad to me and that I should tell anyway. Whether I did it bad or somebody did it bad to me, I should tell. But y'all, please, 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 I'm begging you, please do not, stop it. Just stop it. Don't tell kids what happens in this house stays in this house, because what ends up happening is they'll be afraid to come to you and tell you when somebody is really mistreating them and they live in the same house with them. Because I'm going to tell you, my stepfather at the time was very intentional about what he was doing. My mama wasn't at home. My mom worked like an hour from our house. Like, we lived in Talladega, she worked in Birmingham. So if y'all, for y'all that's familiar, that was like an hour and 10 minutes she lived. So in order for things to happen, he would say that I did something, that I get in trouble, I'll be on punishment. So the weekend she would go off to drill, like, I'm at his begging hand. Like, people are so smart. These predators are so smart, and they know what to do to manipulate their significant other to get what they want to get. So that's why I say be careful. Know who your kids are around. I mean, we can't protect kids 24/7, but we can be very close. Know who they're around, know who they're talking to, know who's spending intimate time with them, whether it's your friends, your family members, whether it's their teachers, whoever it may be, coaches, whoever. Make sure you know what's going on. We got to be in tune. And I know sometimes that's work, that's extra work, and I get it. I don't even have kids. I have three godchildren that I were blessed with, that I didn't birth, but I was blessed with, and I have a role in parenting them. I take that very, very seriously, and I know it's hard. I know sometimes you're tired. I know you just barely hanging on, but I promise you, like I always say, on your self-care journey, if you're taking care of you first, if that means 2 minutes, 5 minutes before the beginning of your day, before your kids even get up, if you're taking care of yourself initially, that'll give you the extra push to make sure that, you know, you can do what you need to do. Because I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, I wanted to come on here to share. Make sure you're checking in with your kids. It's so much going on in this world. I'm a living proof that you can make it, and I did survive, and I made it to where I am now, but it was hard. It was like really really hard. I dealt with a lot of thoughts in my head like, oh dang, I'm not going to be worth anything, but I knew it was something in me that if I could get past what happened to me, I would be great. And I am. I don't know what everybody else think, but I feel like, and I know that I'm great, and I'm still doing great things. So I encourage you guys to talk to your kids, to listen to them, ask more questions, pay attention, because it's necessary and it's needed. And that's all I wanted to come just share my heart with you guys today, and to let you know that you are looking at a living, breathing miracle. And if it's someone out there that you think can benefit from what I talked about tonight, please send it to them. Please send it to them. Please send it to them. Because whoever that person is, whoever needs to hear this, I'm here to tell you, you can make it. And if somebody's doing something to you that is not supposed, is wrong, tell somebody. If you don't feel comfortable telling your parents, tell your grandparents, tell an auntie, uncle, cousin, excuse me, a teacher you trust, a neighbor, whoever it may be, somebody at church, whoever it may be, your best friend, I don't know, whoever it is that you trust, to tell somebody so they can do something about it. We're going to break the cycle today of whatever happens in this house stays in this house, because people, it's not right, because sometimes the very people that is hurting us live in the same house with us, and it starts off emotionally, and then after a while it gets physical. So, you guys, thank you so much for indulging me during this time. I pray that this touched somebody that is suicidal like I was, somebody that didn't have hope like I was, somebody that was constantly feeling the pain at the hands of others, someone that was out of their mind, that felt worthless. I pray that this touch you, and you know that I said that you need to tell somebody. You need to tell somebody today, right now, in this second. You need to tell somebody so you can be free. And if you feel like that person is not being responsive to you, go to the police, go to the hospital, go to all these mandated reporters, excuse me, social workers, professionals, counselors, wherever you feel that they will help you, go tell and break this curse of whatever happens in my house stays in this house, because it's not right. And parents, stop saying that. Parents, please stop saying that, because that's not right, and that's hurting our children and the next generation of children. They don't trust us. They feel like, oh, anybody can hurt us, whatever, whatever. And it's okay. No, it's not okay. Tell children, if children, teenagers, whoever hear this, tell. Parents, stop saying that. Because, y'all, we got to do better. When we know better, we do better. So, I just want to end with you guys. I know I got emotional. I'm sorry about that. But, as time heals, it comes and it goes. So, y'all have a great, amazing night. Be safe. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, whatever that looks like for you. And make sure you're doing right by others. And exuding love every day. That's my goal. When I wake up, I want to exude love. So I love you guys so, so much. Y'all have an amazing night. Go dogs. And peace out till next time.